Hey guys, welcome back to another Dragonflight video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you some of the best add-ons that you're going to want to be using for making gold and gold farmers in Dragonflight. Starting off is Loot Appraiser. Now Loot Appraiser obviously does what it says it does. It will appraise all the loot that you get and it will track how much gold you can make per hour and that you have made at that point. So as you can see, as we're looting items, it's popping up on the screen the price of the items that we've looted, and then also on the loot appraisal window right here, it will actually track the items that we've looted. You can set it up to track the hourly, how much you're making per hour with the add-on, and it's just a great thing to have. It also has a timer and it will tell you how many items that you've looted and then the noteworthy items that you've actually got. Now there's a whole heap of features that you can actually change with this add-on, and you can change it up a fair bit, to be honest. So you're obviously going to want also TSM, which is another add-on which we'll get into shortly, and this will actually they'll use TSM for the pricing, right? So it knows what the price of the items are. TSM scans the auction house and then it's connected to Loot Appraiser, and so it can give you a calculated and correct price on the items. Now it also has a couple of cool features. It has auto sell grey items, so whenever I will mount up and go to a vendor, for an example, let's mount up here, and I'll just show you this in action. So when I will click on my shop, my vendor on the mount, it'll start selling all the greys for you, so you don't have to waste time doing that yourself. And this is really good. It doesn't sell things that you would ever want to keep. It is literally straight up greys and junk items that it will sell. And now it also does a auto repair on your gear if you want it to do that, which is very, very good. And now you can also set up notifications. Like I mentioned before, when I looted, you can see on the screen right in the middle, when I loot, it actually pops up with the name of the item and how much that specific item is worth that we've looted. So you can see right there, frostbitten white cloth X7, and that was 86 gold. Now this is a great way just to know if there's any valuable things that you've come across, or when you're farming, to know what items are super valuable. Now you can set all different thresholds for this. I currently have it set at 10 gold, so anything over 10 gold will pop up on the screen. However, you could set it to say 10,000 gold if you're just looking for very high items and you want to be notified when you get them. There's a few other features, as you can see. So you can do a whole heap of things with this add-on. So you can do your hourly loot, how much you're going to be making per hour, and just a whole heap of different things like that. And I highly recommend using this when you're farming. It makes it that much more enjoyable. Seeing this go up and seeing the items pop up in the middle of the screen is just absolutely awesome, especially when you're transmog farming, because the numbers that you see pop up on the screen just make you that more motivated to keep on going. Like for an example, if you get like the T-Boo's Blazing Longsword when you're at Silithus Transmog Farm, it's worth like 1 million gold. When you see that pop up on the screen with that purple writing and saying 1 million gold, it's absolutely amazing. So that is the first gold making add-on I recommend for gold making in Dragonflight. Okay, so moving on to the next add-on that I highly recommend everyone to have that is into gold making is Trade Skill Master. And then also this really helps out for flipping and working on the auction house. But even gold farmers, for selling your items, this is a very, very handy add-on to have. And you also need it to actually have a loot appraiser give you accurate pricings. So what TSM is basically an auction house add-on, and it also tracks all the data of every single item, like the prices, the past prices, and it gives you a whole heap of information. Like I'm talking so much information. It's very, very handy. So it has like the market price, your region average market price, the historical price. It also has the region sale rate, so telling you how many of the item is sold per day. It's absolutely insane. And when you come to TSM in the auction house, it will look something like this. Now you can make up all your own groups. This is just on a farming character. But a cool thing about this, for an example, we have some materials and some items in our bags. The best part about this, you can come here and you can click on run post scan, and basically will scan the items in your inventory, and it will make sell them for you. And you can simply do it by clicking one button. It's absolutely amazing. And you set up your own settings inside of TSM, right? So you have groups and you have operations. With your operations, you can actually set it up to do specific things. So for an example, we have one set up right here, and this will basically undercut anyone that's on the market. So if there's someone selling something for, say, 8 gold, it'll put yours at 7 gold and 99 silver and 99 copper. If you put it to undercut by 1 silver or 1 copper, that is what it will do. And you can also set like a whole bunch of different settings and operations to post items exactly how you want them to be posted. So you want to post at the market value, that is fine. You can set it up to do exactly that. Now this isn't a TSM guide. I actually have one on my channel. It's just teaching you and telling you to actually have TSM and start using it, because it's absolutely an amazing add-on and a must-have. So you've got your groups and your operations, that's for posting and a whole heap of different things. So you're posting, you're crafting, you're mailing, you're shopping, you're sniping, all that stuff. Then you have your groups where you can make special groups of items and you can put different operations to the specific groups. It also has a ledger, so you can track all the gold that you've made and everything, like your revenue, like your sales, your expenses, your failed auctions. And then it also will have a tracking number, and where is our main guy? Right here. So you can actually track how much gold you're making, and it's just absolutely a great way to keep track of how much gold you're making. If you're a serious gold farmer, you really need this add-on. It's got so many details and a whole heap of different things. But as you can see, this is just my basic posting operation for when I go out farming items and I want to come sell them super quick. I can come here and I can simply just click the TSM macro, which you can actually make through TSM by simply going to settings. You go down to macros and you can create a macro, and what it will do is it will put it in your macro thing. It should be around the bottom here, so this is it right here. And basically you can put this on your scroll wheel for mouse up and down, and then when you're posting, all you got to do is scroll your mouse wheel up and down, and it is the fastest way in the game to post items up on the auction house. So as you can see, I'll do an example right here. Mine is set on control mouse wheel up and down, so when I click that and scroll my mouse wheel up and down, it'll just start posting all the items for me, which is absolutely insane, and it is such a time saver. Another thing that I have is a cancel scam. So if someone has undercut you, you can simply cancel your listings, get them out of the mailbox, come and repost them, so that you are the lowest price for that item, meaning that you're more than likely to get the sales over other people. So as you can see, you can use the same macro and it will just cancel all the ones you've been undercut on, run out to the mailbox, and then you can relist them very simply. Now that is the basics of TSM. However, there is so much more about TSM. I actually do all my flipping, so buying items and reselling them, by using TSM data and my TSM operations and groups, which you can actually find inside of my flipping guide. It has all of them and all that information available. So like my import strings for my TSM, so you can simply copy them, paste them into your TSM, import them to your TSM, and it'll simply just copy exactly how I've got it set up. But there's so much more about TSM. I'd have to make a full guide just about it, which I actually have a beginner's guide on TSM teaching you all about it more in depth than this video. There's just so much about it, we cannot fit it in this. But all I can tell you is that if you're a gold farmer and you don't have it, you're missing out on so much information and gold, to be honest. That is the second add-on that I recommend all gold farmers must have. Now, while we're at the auction house, there is another one that is really good for sniping cheap items and then reselling them. So right here is called Point Blank Sniper. I'll just show you that inside of the add-ons right here. So it's called Point Blank Sniper. Basically, you can make shopping lists and you can do a real live time scan on items, which will constantly update like every second. Like as you can see, 0.5 43 seconds it is doing a scan. So let's do a scan right here. You make your specific groups of items, and anything under the percent that you set this up to will actually pop up on the screen. So you can buy all them, and then you can relist them for more than 30%, and that's what a lot of people do. They will wait here till someone posts a really good deal, and it'll flash up on their screen that they've posted it, giving them an option to buy it, and they'll buy it up real quick. Now this is a great way to snipe items on the auction house and make a whole heap of gold by doing it. Now another one for when you're out farming is called faster loot, and basically what this will do is it will make you loot so much more faster. You barely will even be able to see the loot screen. It will just loot it straight to your bag. As soon as you click it, it will loot up the items. Now this is a great add-on to have for when you're out farming. If you like farming and do a lot of it, this will save you so much time over time, because every time you loot, without this it takes a few seconds. With this it's instant, bang, you've got the items, it's done. It's the best way to loot items, and you save so much time. So I highly recommend, if you do not already have faster loot, I recommend getting it. And those would be the main add-ons. I don't want to give you too many and make it all complicated for you, so them 4 add-ons are the main ones that I recommend for gold making in Dragonflight World of Warcraft. Anyways guys, let me know any other add-ons that you personally use for gold making that are game changers or that are really good, and everyone else can read it down in the comments too, and take advice from you guys. Anyways, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be a whole heap more gold making videos, tips and tricks coming to the channel very soon. We're going to be doing daily uploads about gold making in World of Warcraft. Anyways guys, till the next video, take care.